So in this lesson we're going to look at doing the pull vector constraint so that we can control the knee where the knee is aiming on this leg. So I'm going to create a control, and I am going to name this knee CTRL for our knee control. Then I want to be able to create a group, and then that way I can get the positioning for the pull vector to be exactly where we need it. So this is going to be our knee underscore CTRL underscore GRP underscore 0. And I'm going to select the knee, the hip, the knee, and the ankle. Then I'm going to select the control, and I'm going to go to parent constraint, look at the option box, and I want to make sure that maintain offset is turned off. So when I do that, you can see that the pull vector lines up on the exact plane right in the middle of all of these controls, which is exactly what I want. It's positioned where I need it, so I'm going to delete the constraint. Now I want to aim it towards the knee, so that way I'm moving along the plane. So let's look at doing that. I'm going to select the knee, then select the group, go to constraint, and I'm going to create an aim constraint. When I do that, it's going to align my axis the way I want it. I'm going to delete the constraint now, which will give me this group. Oops. And if I move along the axis that is aiming towards that joint, I can put it in front, right on the rotate plane of the knee without adding any shift or anything to that knee control. So now I have my 0 position where I want it. I'm going to duplicate that group. This is going to be my offset. I'm going to parent that to the knee group, and we can see that everything's zeroed out. Perfect. Going to go to the knee control and put that into the offset group. This one I'm going to want to zero out my transforms, which gives me the control pretty close to what I want. So, well, it gives me where I want it, which is good. I just want to now adjust the shape so that way I kind of know where it's aiming. So I'm going to do a F8. So if I go F8, I get to this control, and I'm just going to select these two CVs, scale them down, maybe pull them back a bit, and that will create kind of this arrow looking thing. Maybe I can do that. Something like that for the knee control. That should work fine. I have this control that is going to be for the pull vector, and all I have to do is set up the pull vector constraint. So I can select that control, select the IK, which is hidden, so let's turn on the IK. I select the control, then the IK, and then go to constraint pull vector. The joints should not shift at all when you do this. And this looks just like the way we want it. And we can control the knee now. If we want to make this a little bit nicer so that it's pointing exactly that way all the time, what we can do is in the offset group is maybe set an aim constraint to this. So let's do constraint aim that is fine here. So that's not really doing what I wanted it to do, so I'm just going to undo that. And we'll leave it like that for now. Let's see. I want to try one more time. Select this here. Oh, I did it the wrong way. That's why. The knee, then the control. Constraint and aim. There we go, and it flipped it around on us. So what I want to do is go to the option box, and I'm going to do, instead of -1 on the X, do X. And I don't want it to do it directly on the control, I want to do it on the offset group. And there we go, so try that. That's where it's giving us the error, I guess, when we're doing it on that offset group. So I guess we can do it just directly to control because we're not going to use the rotate anyways, and we're not getting any warnings when we do that. So what this will do for us is when we move this, it's always going to be aiming towards the knee, so that way we know what control this is assigned to. A little bit easier, it's pointing directly to what we are working with. So if we zero out the transforms, then we'll be fine. Cool. So that whole control works. This works here. And we are pretty close to having everything completely connected. We just want to make sure that the bind skeleton moves with everything else. So right now the bind skeleton's not moving with it, and we'll do that in the next lesson.